before modern science discovered spiral galaxies, DNA helices, and plasma vortices, ancient civilizations were already obsessed with one shape, the spiral. The English word spiral comes from the Latin spiralis, derived from spira, meaning a coil, a winding form, a twisted structure, and even deeper from the ancient Greek word spera, a word used for the coil of a serpent, a twisted rope, a circular formation, and something endlessly turning around a center. But the story becomes stranger. Some scholars noticed symbolic connections between spiral and the Latin word spiritus, meaning breath, spirit, life force. In the ancient world, breath was not merely air. Breath was life itself. The Greeks called it pneuma, the Hebrews ruach, in Sanskrit prana, invisible energy, the force moving through all living things. And everywhere this force was imagined, it moved like a spiral. Interestingly, some words that come from the same root, spire to elevation, aspire to breathe upwards and respiration, smoke rising upward, water turning into vortices, serpents coiling, storms rotating, galaxies spinning across the cosmos. To many ancient traditions, the spiral became the geometry of life itself. The Pythagoreans believed numbers were not inventions. They were the hidden architecture of reality. And from these principles emerged sacred geometry. Humanity searched for the perfect form, and eventually something astonishing was discovered. The universe allows only 5 perfect 3-dimensional shapes to exist. Not 4, not 6, exactly 5. Today we call them the Platonic solids, the tetrahedron, cube, octahedron, icosahedron, dodecahedron. Why only 5? Because for a shape to be truly perfect, every face must be identical, every edge equal, every angle perfectly symmetrical. And at a certain point, space itself refuses any more possibilities. Try to force additional faces together, and the structure collapses into flatness. The universe itself seems to say, no further. Mathematicians tested every possible combination. The result? Only 5 can exist in ordinary 3-dimensional space. This discovery shocked the ancient world. The Pythagoreans and Plato believed these forms were not merely geometry. They were the hidden skeleton of reality itself. And strangely enough, modern mathematics still agrees with them. Centuries later, during the Renaissance, a Franciscan mathematician named Luca Pacioli wrote one of the strangest mathematical books in history, De Divina Proportione, on the divine proportion, illustrated by Leonardo da Vinci himself. Pacioli did not see geometry as dead abstraction. To him, geometry was alive. He believed the universe itself was built upon hidden harmonic principles. Inside the book, Pacioli claimed something extraordinary. Without understanding the regular geometric solids, it is impossible to truly understand science itself. But Pacioli went even further. He believed all geometric harmony ultimately emerges from one hidden proportion, the divine proportion, the Golden Ratio, 1.618033988. A number appearing again and again in nature. Shells, flowers, hurricanes, human anatomy, spiral galaxies, and living growth itself. Pacioli believed this ratio was not accidental. He believed it reflected a deeper principle hidden within reality. Then came Fibonacci, a sequence beginning with 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, where each number emerges from the 2 before it. As the sequence grows, its ratios slowly approach the golden ratio itself, and when translated into geometry, they form the famous Fibonacci spiral. Many mystics believe this was the signature of creation, not merely mathematics, but the blueprint of becoming. Then something astonishing happened. Modern science began discovering spirals everywhere. DNA, double helix spirals, hurricanes, spiral vortices, nautilus shells, logarithmic spirals, even galaxies themselves. Entire star systems rotating through colossal spiral arms across the cosmos. And plasma, the substance forming nearly all visible matter in the universe, also twists into spiral structures. Why? Because charged particles moving through magnetic fields do not travel in straight lines. They rotate, coil, spiral. The sun itself projects an enormous magnetic spiral through the solar system, the Parker spiral. Again and again, nature chooses the same geometry, the spiral, not because of mysticism alone, but because spirals are remarkably stable, energy efficient, and capable of endless expansion without losing form. A spiral can grow forever, while preserving its identity. But perhaps the most radical idea hidden inside Pacioli's work was this. What if life itself is not accidental? What if the geometry of the universe was already shaped in a way that made life inevitable? Pacioli suggested that geometry itself may carry traces of a deeper organizing principle, a principle capable of creating unity from multiplicity, order from chaos, life from matter. To him, the dodecahedron was not merely a shape. It was a key to cosmic harmony. And the divine proportion was not merely a number. It was the hidden relationship binding the many into the one. Centuries later, scientists like Johannes Kepler would connect these geometries to planetary motion. Others would discover spirals in ecosystems, spirals in galaxies, spirals in biological growth, spirals in electromagnetic plasma. The same pattern emerging again and again, as above, so below. Perhaps that is why the spiral became sacred across civilizations. To the ancients, it was never just a shape. It was creation unfolding, consciousness awakening, the invisible becoming visible. From the breath of spirit to the arms of galaxies, the same spiral continues to emerge. What if the Fibonacci spiral is not the origin, but the earthly echo of a greater spiral woven into the fabric of creation itself?